So the reason why we are here today is because technology sucks sometimes.
We did a little first impression of me smelling a vanilla affair for the first time. Unfortunately, like Joe said, technology, you can't necessarily trust technology at all times. Our audio didn't pick up. So that's going to be for the highlight reel. I guess that's going to go on YouTube.
Right.
And we're doing this. We're doing this so everyone can get, a good understanding of a quick, sniff between friends of a vanilla affair. Do his latest, the greatest. If you are curious about a vanilla affair, it's hard to find. But unAVERAGE Joe doing unAVERAGE things. He has a whole giveaway going on over on his YouTube for that box of vanilla affair, 100 ml that you just saw him. Check it out.
I just got word today. I got another brand on board, so we have 6 prizes now, but you'll have to tune in to figure out what that 6th one is.
I can tell you off memory, but let me spray it. Let me spray it.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, vanilla starts to fill the air, but it's not a thick vanilla. If you can imagine, if you've ever smelled something like a Cedar Bois, that vanilla is thicker than the one here. That vanilla smells less natural than the one that you smell here. This smells like different layers. I compared it to something like a vanilla wafer cookie. Not the smell, but the layers of the wafer, the way that they're stacked. This smells like vanilla stacked on top of vanilla, stacked on top of vanilla. It's a quart of vanilla that's so finely blended that in the opening, it smells like one kind, and then it starts to bring out more as it begins to dry down. So right off the top, I was getting that vanilla initial burst. Now it smells like the aged vanilla is coming forward, right? And you don't get a hint of the booziness, the liqueured vanilla yet until like maybe another 2-3 minutes come out. It starts to smell boozy.
Even like I think it's from the musk. There's like a woody undertone to it. A little bit of a tobacco hint, in my opinion. I know you said in the video you didn't really get like that tobacco.
Yeah, I wasn't picking it up.
But it's definitely like even like a woody tone. But there's no wood listed. It's literally just bergamot, 50 shades of vanilla, and musk.
Yeah, you can tell where the aged vanilla steps in. The aged Madagascar vanilla, it steps in, and you get a different. It smells a little more pronounced, like something got added in. And still waiting a few minutes, but I know in another few minutes, because we tried it yesterday, I know in a few more minutes, it's gonna start to smell slightly boozy, and that's where the liqueur vanilla comes in for me. And I was amazed at the fact that it wasn't like it was canceling out, but always in addition to. You know what I'm saying? Like the accord just kept maturing. Kind of like the aged vanilla started to mature over time, and when it opened into the heart of the fragrance, it was absolutely beautiful. It's hands down one of the best vanilla fragrances, if not the best, that I've gotten my nose on. I'm not, I don't have a lot of fragrances that are vanilla forward, and this time of the year I haven't been wearing a lot of vanilla scents, but this one, I could make this my scent of the day at 88 degrees. You probably still be safe with this, because this is warm yesterday. It was a little warm yesterday, maybe 80. It hit 80, 78, 80. So it still wasn't super hot, but spraying this was absolutely no problem. It was the first time smelling it yesterday, and in that first impression, I kept looking over at Joe like, man, this is really light. This is like a super light vanilla. If you smell vanilla in a lot of fall type fragrances or colder weather fragrances, this is gonna shock you, because I expected that heft, that weight to the fragrance, and it's just, this is super light. Like, I got 2 sprays on, and sometimes vanilla can get a little warm. Sometimes, it feels spicy. Like, okay, a good example that I made, Kenzo's L'Elephant. If anyone's familiar with the Kenzo Jungle series, the one with the elephant on top, right? L'Elephant.
Mm-hmm.
That is super spicy, right? The vanilla hair, it isn't thick. It's super light, extra wearable in weather like this. It took me by surprise. I have L'Elephant. That's a super spicy vanilla fragrance. It's nowhere close to that. This is like light, airy, pleasant. There is categories when it comes to vanilla, and safely, this one falls into the wearable in all seasons category.
Projection on me was a little bit moderate, if I'm being honest. Like, it sat about a foot and a half. It didn't like blast off your skin. This again is a little lighter. It could be worn year round. It is a fragrance that performs about a good 7 to 8 hours. Men and women, like, it's thoroughly unisex. It's not too feminine one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's a good fragrance. I'm really glad I got it. I'm glad you got a chance to try it. You know, we saw Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and Soph the other day put a post. Shouts out to the Mafia all the time. But we saw a post the other day, and with Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and Soph giving their impressions, and she loved it. There's really hasn't been any negative connotation. The only thing I could say is you do have to like vanilla, right? That's fair to say.
Did not convince you that this is probably going to be one of the best vanillas that you smelled. Watch the live that Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and So Fragrant had a few days ago. You're gonna see the same. You're gonna see pretty much the same reaction. She loves this fragrance. Fragged Out, Swagged Out loves this fragrance. And unAVERAGE Joe loves this fragrance. I think this is the best vanilla. I have not smelled as much as maybe Fragged Out, Swagged Out, or an unAVERAGE Joe. They've got a few more years in the game than me.
Right.
Soph has probably been collecting fragrances longer than I have too, or has been, a fragrance aficionado. I really got into this earlier this year. February is when I really started buying bottles for collection. It's still one of the most amazing vanilla fragrances that I've smelled, period.
You have it there on my unAVERAGE thoughts on Do As a Vanilla Affair. Thank you again, Kari, for coming by. Check out the YouTube channel, Medicated Mediocrity. So check him out.
I'm a little more active here on Instagram, but I plan on trying to get more into the YouTube content because of the inspiration of that man.
Everyone who's come by, I appreciate you all. And enter this giveaway because you only got a few days left. And we got a new entry. I'm going to go have the rest of this bag of Sour Patch Kids. So
Hey, I just want to tell everybody that's still here. Joe had the Sour Patch Kids on deck yesterday. Like, the first thing he pulled out his bag, he's like, no, I still got the Sour Patch. So he brought them with him. He has them at all times. Believe that.